The Compleat Angler is the most reprinted book in the English language after the Bible and works of Shakespeare. A pioneering work, becoming the Angler's Bible, a classic guide to the joys of fishing, and a portrait of life in 17th century rural England.
Izaak Walton wrote the first edition of his fishing manual in 1653. He added 3 more editions up to 1676, when his 5th edition is joined by Charles Cotton's Part 2, focusing on the art of fly fishing.
The Compleat Angler is Walton's claim to fame, and remains a publishing phenomenon. More than 500 editions, and never out of print since 1759.
In 2024, the continued popularity of the Compleat Angler saw the number of editions published past 700. And like a tenacious trout, that number just keeps rising. Despite over 700 new editions of the original 17th century two-parter, no one in the last 350 years has seen fit to write a Part 3. Until now. A Compleat Angler Part 3 by Colin M. Jarman. Rewriting the Walton and Cotton masterpiece for the 21st century. TCA 3 does for the Compleat Angler what the Da Vinci Code did for the Last Supper. Compleat Angler Part 3 is a light-hearted novel that casually casts into the murky waters of literary history and reels in startling new truths and shocking twists about the original two-part Compleat Angler. TCA 3 also calls into question the celebrated friendship between the co-authors and legendary fishing buddies Walton and Cotton.
Certainly, no aspect of fly fishing is as enjoyable as those which have a good, firmly based, and well-established myth or two for company.
Not only does Part 3 resurrect the time-honored Compleat Angler construct, but it totally redefines and redrafts the historical perspective way beyond anything that has been written about the book before. All this is achieved within the constraints of creating a standalone novel narrative that closely follows the original 2 parts, the actual history of which it ends up literally blowing out of the water. While Part 3 is primarily about fishing and the most famous angling book of all time, it is not solely aimed at the fishing fraternity. A reader does not have to be a fly fishing expert or even an angler fan to enjoy the TCA 3 journey that spans 4 centuries and culminates in redrafting literary history in some small way.